let's turn our attention to a story that you can read more about online. And it's all concerning skin cancer. I think we found Sarah. Good morning to you, Sarah. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hello. Hi. I don't know what happened there. We got lost in the ether somewhere. You are a mum. You're in Farnham. Tell me about how you found out you had skin cancer.
Well, it happened back in 2022. I had a mark on my neck that I'd had for quite a long time. And it was right under my jawline, so it wasn't that visible. I noticed that people commented that it started to change. So when I noticed it started to change, I went to my doctors, and they said straight away, like, it looks like it could be a melanoma, because they had a list. It's called like the ABCD rule. So if they kind of ticked it off and said it looks very likely to be this, and then they sent me off for a biopsy, and then I had the results back within 6 weeks, and it confirmed that it was melanoma.
Pretty scary when you hear that. And you'd had this long, well, you thought it was a birthmark, didn't you?
Well, it was a mark on my neck that I'd had for quite a long time. And because it didn't look like a normal melanoma. So, it wasn't a spot on my skin that had irregular borders. And it didn't, because I think it had grown kind of, rather than it grown kind of a bigger, it didn't look like the stereotypical what a melanoma would look like. So I think I kind of convinced myself, as you do in your head, that it wasn't something to worry about. And kind of, thought, oh, that wouldn't happen to me. And then obviously when I went to the doctors, it did happen to me. So I think, it's just important, if anything doesn't quite feel right, you should go and get it checked, and not kind of put it to the back of your mind and think, oh, that doesn't happen to me, which is, I think.
Do you put it off for too long?
Yeah, I think I did put it off a bit, because, you're busy with work and also having kids, and also, it was when I think it first appeared, it was kind of in my probably like early 30s, late 20s, when I was like in London and working and stuff. So I didn't, you're always busy, so you don't think to go to the doctors and get it checked. But then obviously when it started changing, then I was like, actually, this really isn't right. I should go and get this checked out. And it did confirm that that's what it was.
Now, I was reading your story. We've got it up online at bbc.co.uk/Surrey. But I was reading, I was interested that you think, there was a girls' holiday you went on that you obviously got sunburn on, did you?
I mean, I don't think it was just that girls' holiday. But obviously I'm not someone that would really sit in the sun, because I'm quite fair-skinned. But when I was younger, I did go on some holidays with my friends, and I was probably a bit silly, because some of them were like putting oil on, but they had darker skin than me. And I put on one of the last days, I put oil on my legs, and I got really badly burnt on my legs, and I wasn't very careful with putting on sun cream. So I think things that kind of happened in my late teens, maybe early 20s, probably didn't help towards me getting skin cancer. But also I am a fairer skinned person, so I obviously need to be more careful in the sun than, I'm from like an Irish background, so I have to be careful and cover up a bit more in the sun.
Yeah, tell me about the treatment you've had.
So I had a year of immunotherapy in 2022 to 2023 as a precaution. And I had a drug called nivolumab, and, everything was going well. All my scans were clear, but I think because, unfortunately, maybe I did leave it a little bit late to get it checked out. And with melanoma, it's quite unpredictable. So it did come back in my lymph nodes. And from that, I'm having like a more intensive treatment, which I've had a year of. And now I'm on kind of a maintenance treatment for a year. But everything is looking like, hopefully, you never know with these things, but hopefully I'm on the right course now, and it's, I'm doing everything I can to kind of be healthy and to hopefully live a long life. But I think that's just why it's important to kind of look after your skin. Like, as Cancer Research UK are doing a campaign with Nivea, and I just thought it sounds like a really important cause to, people should be wearing sun cream every day, but